Hi, hello, good afternoon. This is Maruti Prasad Satluru. Hi, hello. This is Maruti Prasad Satluru. Hi. Today we are going to discuss about. Hi, hello. Maruti Prasad Satluru. Hi, hello. Yes. Welcome to Unacademy EAMCET YouTube channel, all of you. Welcome to Unacademy EAMCET YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the important concept alcohols, phenols, as well as ethers. It is purely organic chemistry. This purely belongs to organic chemistry. So we are going to discuss about this. Yes. Alcohols, phenols, as well as ethers one by one. Okay. Let us start one by one. But before I am starting it, I want to mention the brief description about the plus subscription of Unacademy platform. See, if you are a subscriber, then there is no problem. Otherwise, if you are not taking any subscription, please use my code, that is Maruti Live. It is Maruti Live. To mention the brief description about the plus subscription of Unacademy. Yes. So let us start the plus subscription page. See, we are giving so many number of lectures. We are delivering so many number of lectures to you. But that entire lectures are having premium content. But the entire premium content is only at affordable price. So it will be available in the Unacademy platform with an affordable price. So it will be very benefit to all the learners. And there are structured live courses will also be there. So many number of structured live courses will be there. After completion of every live course, there is a dedicated live doubt clearing sessions are also will be there. Okay. Then we will conduct the mega quizzes at regular intervals for getting self-analysis of yourself. We can call it as mega quiz. Okay. Then so many number of batches are also will be going on for complete preparation of the syllabus, and test series are also will be conducting for daily practice papers as well as full-length mock tests. Of course, this is with complete analysis. It will be done with complete analysis. Hi Sai Kumar, very good afternoon. Hi Sai Manikanta, very good afternoon. Hello, hi. Today we are going to discuss about the alcohols, phenols and ethers. So Sai Kumar, okay? Right. Please stay with us till the end of the session. Within half an hour we will complete this. Right? And with a single subscription you will access unlimitedly. You can access 20 plus top educators, 10 plus batches, 250 plus courses and 2000 plus lessons. So many number of important things you can download once you are taking the plus subscription. So don't neglect and don't ignore the taking of plus subscription. But don't forget one important concept, that is using my code, that is Maruti Live. It is very benefit for you and me also. What is the benefit for you? It will give us the 10% of instant discount of you on the entire plan. Right? Very good, very good. So the best plans which are given by the Unacademy for EAMCET 2021 aspirants are two. 12 months plan is there and 6 months plan is there. 12 month plan is for 12,375, whereas 6 months plan is for 10,125 rupees. Okay. It is 1000 rupees approximately. It is 1600 approximately. As I mentioned earlier, so many number of comprehensive batches are also will be going on. This is one comprehensive. It is the another comprehensive batch. It is for PCM and it is for PCB, physics, chemistry and biology. But in any case, don't forget to use my code, that is Maruti Live, for getting the 10% of instant discount. Okay, very good. And see, one Telugu batch has already been launched on 12th October 2020. It will be very benefit for the students who are appearing for TS and AP EAMCET 2021. Because you can learn from the top educators for EAMCET 2021. And in the Telugu batch, we are explaining the entire concepts in Telugu language. It is very benefit for all the students for better understanding. Okay. And complete syllabus coverage will be there throughout the batch syllabus, Telugu batch. And wherever necessary, we are giving the tips as well as tricks to you for time save as well as for better score of yourself. Okay, and for this the monthly plan is 2250 rupees and the code is Maruti Live it is. Okay, right then. Let us start one by one of alcohols, phenols as well as ethers. Let us start. See, the general formula of alcohols is, it is alkyl hydroxide actually. It is alkyl hydroxide. Alkyl means Cn H2n plus 1 is called as alkyl group. Hydroxide means OH. It is alcoholic functional group. So alkyl ki a functional group like alcohol, if you add then it is called as alcohol, or simply it is called ROH. ROH. Just I ignore the second point. I am starting with third point. So, suppose if you take primary alcohols in Victor-Meyer test, it is a test for alcohols. It is a test for alcohols. Very important objective bit it is. Victor-Meyer test is test for alcohols, and in this Victor-Meyer test, the primary alcohols will give blood red color, whereas secondary alcohol will give blue color, and tertiary alcohol will do not give any color. So this Victor-Meyer test is very benefit for the distinguish of primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohol. Clear? This test is only meant for the distinguishing, the separation of primary from secondary from tertiary alcohols. Primary alcohols will give blood red color, whereas secondary alcohol will give blue color, and the tertiary alcohol will give, it does not give any color at all. Basing on that point, we can easily, yeah, Sai Mankanta, hi. Sir, please say how to prepare organic chemistry in detailed manner. Yeah, actually it is an organic chemistry, but this is meant for alcohols, phenols and ethers. Of course, anyway, practice is only the method for memorizing of the organic reactions. Only the practice. Organic chemistry requires so much amount of memory as well as practice. If you have memory, if you have practice, then definitely you will crack the EAMCET objective bit. No doubt about it. With respect to organic chemistry, right? See, I will give the Victor-Meyer test right now. Just by a number of times vintunnanu, obviously you will get the answer. No doubt about it. Number of times you have to listen and you have to learn and you have to practice. That is only the mantra for cracking the organic chemistry, right? Right, Sai Manikanta? Good. Suppose if you take isomeric alcohols like primary as well as secondary and tertiary, these are isomeric alcohols. Primary from secondary to primary, from tertiary to secondary. These three are isomeric alcohols. And if you observe the boiling points of the primary, secondary as well as tertiary alcohols, primary alcohols are having highest boiling point than secondary, than tertiary. Because if you observe the primary alcohols, primary alcohol means the alcohol which is attached to the primary carbon. It is a primary carbon. So the alcohol is attached to the primary carbon. It is called primary alcohol. But secondary alcohol means the carbon which is attached to two carbons is called secondary alcohol, secondary carbon. And if the alcohol is attached to the secondary carbon, it is called as secondary alcohol. That's all. In the same way, tertiary. So carbon link ups with three carbons, and to this tertiary carbon, if the alcohol is linked ups, it is called as tertiary alcohol. See, when the branches will be increases, obviously the boiling point will be decreases. From primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary, the branches will be increased. That is the concept which is keep in your mind here. Okay, from primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary, the branches will be increased. Once the branches will be increased, obviously the boiling point will be decreases. Okay, and the reaction involving cleavage. So in this alcohol, there are two different types of chemical reactions will be going on. ROH. Manikanta, revision means there are, see, suppose already I have given, yeah, hi Sunil, very good evening Sunil. Already I have given the books which are very important, which are suggested by the, yes, different books are available in the market. Already I have mentioned what type of books are necessary. If you observe in the last of the books, the conversions, interconversions will be there. Alcohol to aldehyde, aldehyde to carboxylic acid, and carboxylic acid to ketone, etc. and etc. These interconversions are very important for you. If you know that in your interconversions, definitely you will crack one important bit. Okay, in the last session of this YouTube, I will discuss that interconversions of the organic compounds. So if you know the interconversions, definitely you will crack one more bit also. It is very benefit for proper revision of organic chemistry. It is a better tip. It is a very important tip for proper revision of organic chemistry. Revision means, see, the interconversions. Interconversions are very important. If you know interconversions, all the reagents will be covered, and all the catalysts will be covered, and all the reactants are also will be covered in that tree. Actually, interconversion means I have a tree. If you know the tree, you can easily crack it. Okay. In the next session, definitely we will see the tree and interconversions also. Simon Kanta, is it okay? Right. Anyway, please concentrate on this session. Okay. Good. So alcohol means there are two different types of bonds will be there. The bond which is in between alcoholic oxygen and alkyl, and the bond which is in between oxygen and hydrogen in the alcoholic group. So there are two different types of bond cleavages will be there. So the reaction involving cleavage of OH bond in alcohols is in order of primary, secondary, and tertiary. Okay, primary alcoholic cleavage is very high compared with secondary, and finally compared with tertiary. Tertiary is very weak. So the chemical reactions in between the OH will be very weak for tertiary. If you take secondary, it is somewhat high, and if you take primary, it is very high. And COH, that means ROH, in between the carbon and oxygen, the bond cleavage, that means the involving of cleavage in carbon oxygen bond in alcohols is in the order of tertiary, is greater than secondary, is greater than primary. Okay, so it is completely reverse of OH as well as carbon oxygen. In between the carbon oxygen, in between the oxygen and hydrogen, how the bond cleavage and how the reactions will be going on, these 2 points will be explained. Yes, that's why I'm saying practice is most important, Sai Manikanta. That's why I'm saying that practice is most important to you. Previous year papers you have to take, and you have to practice more with the previous papers. Okay, so many number of previous papers will be available in the online. You can download it and you can practice it. Normally or in general, the organic named reactions are very important, and interconversions are very important. If you know these two, you will crack. If you know these two only, these two are very important for you. Simon Kanta, okay? These two are very important for you because without named reactions there is no question paper at all. So on named reactions you have to pay more concentration, like Williamson ether synthesis, Sabatier-Sanderens reaction, Reimer-Tiemann reaction, Rosenmund reduction, Clemenson reduction. So many number of aldol condensation, so many number of named reactions we have. If you practice the named reactions, definitely you will crack again one bit. And if you know the interconversions as I mentioned earlier, if you know the interconversions in the organic compounds, definitely you will crack. These two are very required important tips for listening the or learning the organic chemistry. Okay, these two are very important. If you practice more of these two, definitely you will crack. Okay, Simon Kanta, thank you very much for asking some questions. Thank you very much. And see, if you take an aqueous solution of an alcohol, aqueous solution, suppose if you take an alcohol like this, and if you take an aqueous alcohol, thank you, Sai Manikanta. Welcome, it's most welcome to you. It will react with ceric ammonium nitrate. It will give the pink or red coloration. That means ceric ammonium nitrate is a reagent which is used for the testing of alcohols. That's all. Ceric ammonium nitrate is a reagent which is used to testing for alcohol. So when you are reacting the alcohol with ceric ammonium nitrate, obviously it will give the pink as well as red color. Basing on the formation of the color, you can easily find out whether we are taking the alcohol or not. That's a very simple technique it is. And coming to the methyl alcohol, it is one of the important examples of alcohol. ROH, in the place of R, suppose if I am taking a ethyl group, it is called as ethyl alcohol. If I am taking a methyl group in this, it will be called as methyl alcohol. This methyl alcohol is called as wood spirit. It is a memorable point. It is a memorable point. You have to memorize it. And ethyl alcohol is called as grain alcohol. See, methyl alcohol and ethyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol is called as wood spirit, whereas ethyl alcohol is called as grain alcohol. This type of questions will be there, Sai Manikanta. In the EAMCET point of view, these type of questions will be asking by the EAMCET people. Okay, so you have to thorough about these type of points. That's why I'm discussing point wise. And suppose if you take a fermentation of molasses, molasses can be fermented for the preparation of alcohol. For the preparation of alcohol, molasses is a raw material which is fermented. So what are the important favorable conditions for the making of alcohol from the molasses? These five important points are very necessary to memorize. 10% of sugar solution you need to take first, and the pH value should be maintained at 4. There is no necessary to know the entire process of fermentation of the molasses. These five important favorable conditions are required for the objective point of view and for EAMCET point of view, right? And ammonium sulfate and ammonium phosphate will be added as reagents, and yeast is acting as an enzyme, and the temperature should be maintained at 30 to 40 degrees Celsius. These five important points are favorable conditions for the preparation of alcohol in the fermentation of molasses. Okay, these favorable conditions are very important to you for the objective point of view, because there is no necessary to know every, there is no necessary to take everything, the entire theoretical concept there is no necessary at all. Okay, so then what will happen for the sucrose in the fermentation process? What will happen to the sucrose? This sucrose is converted to glucose as well as fructose in the presence of invertase, in the presence of invertase enzyme. In the presence of invertase enzyme, this sucrose is converted to glucose as well as fructose. But yeast is also acting as an enzyme. Of course, in the yeast, the invertase will be produced, and from the yeast, the Zymes enzyme will also be produced. Okay. What about this Zymes enzyme? This Zymes enzyme will convert the formed glucose from the 10th point, converts to ethyl alcohol. That's all. So ethyl alcohol can be easily prepared by using this phenomenon. So how can you prepare the ethyl alcohol? There are three important stages. One is taking the molasses. It will consist 10% of sugar solution. That is called as sucrose. Sucrose getting hydrolyzes in the presence of invertase. Invertase is an enzyme which is produced by the yeast. This invertase converts the sucrose to glucose as well as fructose. That's all. And this glucose can be converted to ethyl alcohol in the presence of yeast again. Yeast means Zymes enzyme. Zymes enzyme will convert the glucose to ethyl alcohol. Okay. Up to that, ethyl alcohol chemical preparations are over. Now coming to the properties. What are the important properties of ethyl alcohol we have? Okay. This ethyl alcohol can easily react with sulfuric acid. It is a concentrated sulfuric acid at about 140 degrees Celsius. At about 140 degrees Celsius, ethyl alcohol will react with concentrated sulfuric acid and it will produce diethyl ether. It's called as diethyl ether. So ether will be produced from the alcohol. Is it clear? Right. Very good. And one more important property is the same ethyl alcohol, and it will be passed over through alumina, Al2O3. It is called Al2O3. If you pass it over alumina, then what will happen at about 350 degrees Celsius? Alcohol is now converts to alkene. Alcohol is now converts to alkene in the presence of alumina. So it is very important also. And coming to the next one, alcohol, when it is passed over copper metal, then aldehyde will be produced. So much difference will be there. From alcohol you can prepare ethers. From alcohol you can prepare alkenes. From alcohol you can prepare aldehyde also. So many number of chemical properties will be there from the ethyl alcohol. And let us see one more important property. Ethyl alcohol is heated with iodine and alkali like sodium hydroxide. If you heat it, then it will produce iodoform CH3. Yellow color crystals will be produced. So once you are taking the alcohol and if you react it with iodine and sodium hydroxide, it will produce a crystals of iodoform. You will get crystals of iodine. It is also one of the tests for find outing the ethyl alcohol. Test for ethyl alcohol it is. Okay, good. And this is the most important rule, that is called as Sagejeff rule. What is Sagejeff rule? In this Sagejeff rule, hydrogen is removed from beta carbon. What is beta carbon? Suppose if you take this carbon, it is a functional group. The carbon on which the functional group is there is called as alpha carbon, and the adjacent carbon of the alpha is called as beta. Okay. So in this Sagejeff rule, what you need to remember is the hydrogen is removed. Hydrogen is removed from beta carbon. See here, it is a beta carbon on which the hydrogen will be removed. Beta carbon that are bonded to the least number of hydrogen atoms. Least number of hydrogen atoms. That means, suppose if you take this is also a beta carbon. This is also a beta carbon. But out of these two, the least number of hydrogens are here. But here the more number of hydrogens will be there. Okay. So the least number of hydrogen atoms, or it states that the alkene formed preferentially is one containing higher number of alkyl groups. One containing higher number of alkyl groups. Okay. See, suppose if if you take this carbon is having one methyl group, but this carbon does not have any methyl groups. In that way also you can utilize the Sagejeff rule. So what is Sagejeff rule? The hydrogen can be removed from the beta carbon where there is a lesser number of hydrogens. That is important one. And the second one is the hydrogen will be removed, or the alkene will be formed. Alkene will be formed, preferentially is one, containing higher number of alkyl groups. Containing higher number of alkyl groups. See here, this double bond, this alkene is containing two carbons here, two carbons here. Such type of alkene will be produced. That is called as Sagejeff rule. It is called as Sagejeff rule. It's very important for us. So in the Sagejeff rule, the hydrogen will be eliminates. That's right. Coming to the methyl alcohol, how you will prepare the methyl alcohol? It is also very important concept. Methyl alcohol can be prepared. See here, it is prepared from carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Carbon monoxide and hydrogen. CO plus H2. This CO plus H2 is called as water gas. CO plus H2 is called as water gas. Okay, or simply it is called as syngas. Water gas is also called as syngas, or simply again it is also called as blue gas. Okay, it is called as blue gas. Water gas, syngas, or blue gas. Why it is called as syngas? Because syn means synthetic or synthesis. You can synthesize so many number of compounds like methyl alcohol, petrol or diesel, etc. and etc. So you can prepare so many number of compounds from this water gas. That's why this water gas is also called as synthesis gas. So you can synthesize so many number of compounds. That's why it is called as synthesis gas. But how you will synthesize this methyl alcohol from this water gas? That is most important for us. Water gas, when it treats with zinc oxide and chromium oxide in the presence of these two at 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure and at 573 to 673 Kelvin, this water gas is completely turns to methyl alcohol. It will totally turns to methyl alcohol. That's all. It is the main important preparation of methyl alcohol. The formula of methyl alcohol is CH3OH. It is the formula of methyl alcohol. Okay. And what are the uses of methyl alcohol? See here, this is used as solvent paints. It is used as a solvent paints, and it is used as solvent in varnishes and in shellac. Okay, these are all the important concepts about the paints, varnishes, shellacs, etc. and etc. In these substances, we will use the methyl alcohol as a solvent. As a solvent, we are using this methyl alcohol in these three different type of substances. Okay. And coming to the next one, it is used in the manufacture of formaldehyde. It is used in the manufacture of formaldehyde. Of course, perfumes, in perfumes as well as in dyes also. In perfumes, we are using methyl alcohol. Wow, super. In dyes also, we are preparing the methyl alcohol. Okay. So this methyl alcohol can be utilized, can be used in so many number of chemical compounds. And finally, it is used in the preparation of methylated spirit also. Methylated spirit. What is meant by methylated spirit? Methylated spirit means it is a mixture of rectified spirit and methyl alcohol. 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 So in this substance, that means this mixture is called as methylated spirit. That means the added methyl alcohol to rectified spirit is called as methylated spirit. Okay, good. It's called as methylated spirit. Now, very nice. So up to this, the preparation of methyl alcohols are over. and in the tomorrow, that means in the next session, we will discuss about the remaining alcohols. So let us start one by one. Fast ga ఒకసారి చూద్దాం మళ్ళీ. The general, it is a revision. The general formula of monohydric alcohols are, yes. Hi Usha, very good evening. You are a bit of late. Anyway, no problem. The general formula of monohydric alcohols is CnH2n plus 1 OH, or simply it is called ROH, or simply it is called ROH. Okay. And the mixture of concentrated, see, this Lucas reagent is very benefit for the testing of alcohols again. Okay, testing of alcohols again. This is called Lucas reagent. What is Lucas reagent? Concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. Concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. The combination of these two will give the Lucas reagent. It's called as Lucas reagent. In Victor-Meyer process, what is the Victor-Meyer process? Already yes, Uttej, no doubt about it. Mechanism in maximum cases, out of the 60 to 70%, mechanism is not required. Mechanism is not required, Uttej. Okay. Yes, reaction remembering is most important because of course, suppose if you take electrophilic substitution or nucleophilic substitution means SN1 and SN2 reactions, in which what is nucleophile and in some cases what is electrophile are very important, but the complete mechanism, how it will transfer from this place to that place, from that place to this place, it is not necessary for you. Is it clear, Uttej? It is not necessary for you because that mechanism may not be given in the question papers in the EAMCET point of view. Okay, that's why you have to remember only the reactions, reagents as well as reactants. That's all. Reactions, that means interconversions. Already I have given the complete details about the interconversions in the previous one. Hi Chintu, very good evening. Very good evening. You are too late. Already we have only 3 minutes. In the next session, we will continue about this alcohols. Already alcohols preparation up to methyl alcohol is over, and some of the uses of methyl alcohol is also over. Okay. So Uttej, so better to note down the entire reactions, reagents, and catalysts. These are very important for you. And suppose if you take tests, so many tests, and named reactions are there, there is no necessary to memorize the mechanism. Mechanism is not required for us. But for theoretical sake, mechanism is very important. Okay, right. Very nice. Good. Thank you. See here, this Victor-Meyer test is for only testing for primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. It is only distinguish the primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary alcohols. Okay, right. In this, what will happen? The primary alcohols will give blood red color for primary alcohols and say blue color for secondary alcohols, and it will not gives any color for tertiary alcohols. Okay, good. So amongst isomeric alcohols, if you take isomeric alcohols, through which the boiling points will be decreases from primary to secondary. See here, already I have given the complete details. Primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary, the boiling points will be decreases, because once the branches will be increases, obviously the boiling points will be reduces, the boiling points will be decreases. That's all. Okay. And the cleavage, how the cleavage will be there in between the oxygen and hydrogen, and between carbon and oxygen, how the cleavage will be there, that will explain by the 5th and 6th point. See here, primary is greater, secondary is greater, tertiary. It is the reactions involving in cleavage of OH bonds, but it is completely quite reverse for reaction involving cleavage of C and O bonds. Okay, that's all. And after that, methyl alcohol, you have to know this 8th point is very important for us. Wood spirit is called methyl alcohol, grain alcohol is called as ethyl alcohol. So methyl as well as ethyl alcohols, you have to know very well. Okay, you have to know very well the methyl as well as ethyl alcohols. And these favorable conditions of fermentation of molasses is very important. There is no necessary Uttej, I don't understand. Please tell me once again. Mechanism not required means, already I mentioned you. Okay, mechanism is not required means you have to know the reagents and you have to know the reactants and the catalyst and the electrophile which is attacking and the what nucleophile which is attacking, that is required for us. But how it will transfers from one place to another place, from another place to this place, that is not required for EAMCET point of view. Okay, Uttej, is it clear? Uttej, please tell me, is it clear now or not? Yes. Okay, anyway, no problem. Right. Thank you very much. And today's session is over at this moment, and we will meet again with an important session in the next video. Until then, keep watching my video.